Attention! This is an emergency broadcast to McGuire County from the Supernatural Correspondence Association. Intruders. People who are not supposed to be in our homes, but break in anyway. This by itself is already a frightening concept. But what if the so-called people intruding are not actual people at all? The Supernatural Correspondence Association, or the SCA, is broadcasting this announcement to explain what could possibly be in your homes in the middle of the night. Part 1. Types of entities. Grade 3. Tokens. Tokens are childlike entities that are not necessarily harmful, but can be especially annoying, as they like to bother humans by mimicking small animals and irritating noises. Grade 2. Ghasts. Ghasts are slightly aggressive, but usually can be scared off with enough effort. They may attempt to break into your home, which can be distressing to humans. Overall, ghasts are only slightly dangerous, and need a minimal amount of precaution. Grade 1. Spectres. Spectres are dangerous, and will almost always attempt to break into your home and cause you harm. They will mimic your loved ones in order to lure you out into the open. It is almost impossible to hear them as they approach, so preparation is almost impossible. A good method of instant protection from spectres is Part 2. How to protect yourself. When it comes to tokens, there is no need to protect yourself, unless you just want some peace and quiet. All that is needed is to swat away the entities, and they will usually dissipate, or run away screaming. Although, the screaming is quite unsettling. If or when you become aware of the presence of ghasts, make sure all of your doors and windows are properly locked. While ghasts don't always try to break into houses, there is a higher chance of them doing so with the entrances unlocked. If they do manage to get inside of a home, it is best to lock yourself in your bedroom until they get bored and leave. If they see you, half of the time they will stare at you and then eventually walk away. The other half of the time, they will walk or run towards you with the intent to harm you. They are extremely childish and temperamental, so it is fairly easy to fight back against or cause them to bored and leave. When it comes to spectres, there are only two possible ways of dealing with them. First off, make sure all entrances to the house are locked. It will usually still get inside the home anyway. One method is to run away. This will more than likely not work, as spectres can be extremely fast and agile, and will almost always catch up to you. The best option is to hide. Make sure not to come out, no matter what the entity tells you it is, and no matter how hard it sounds like a distressed loved one. If this entity is able to physically draw you out, or has access to you, the survival rate is close to 0%. If the spectre leaves the room, call local authorities, which usually causes the spectre to leave, considering it does not like groups of people. Do be quick, because if a spectre leaves a room, it will be back. There are no other options when it comes to spectres. Part 3. Who to contact. When it comes to entities, local authorities are not going to be enough to handle some of the higher grades. That is why the Supernatural Correspondence Association has its very own group of individuals who are trained in getting rid of the entities. Below is the number to call when facing grade 1 entities and above.
The previous footage was found on the body of Samuel Davidson of the 3rd of March, 2002. It is currently unknown who gave the footage to Davidson. Lab analysis is currently being held to possibly identify the previous owner of the tape. The investigation will continue as planned.